I'll tell you about a murder, man. I'll do anything. Just let me go home. What you need to know about a murder? I'll tell you who had that gun and who shot him in his head. That's a video that we seen of TTE Lil Ted. He was in the interrogation room. He got caught with a gun. We seen him in the interrogation room or walking to the police station telling the police, I'll help you with a murder if you let me out, if you don't arrest me, if you let me go home to my son, I'll give you information on a murder. I know about a murder. I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Just let me go home.
Man, stop it. Relax. Stop lying. You know what I'm saying? Is it man, get it together. I just stay so I go check on it.
A lot of people seen that video and said, oh my God, this man is telling. He actually offering to help the police with a murder case to send somebody home that's probably a friend of his. That video went viral on the internet. You know, TTE Lil Ted spoke out about that video, said he ain't tell on nobody, man. He said, I can't give you no info about a murder. Then part 2 of that video came out. You clearly hear him saying, I'll give you info on a murder. You know, a lot of his homies, a lot of people in the drill culture started posting up about him, calling him a rat, all kind of shit. Some people even allege that he might be the guy that snitched on his brother OTF Dede and Lil Durk on this murder case. You know, that body cam video happened in 2022. It was just released about a week ago. But this happened in 2022. Lil Pod was killed in 2022. So I'm not saying that he had anything to do with that, because he vehemently denied that on social media yesterday. Hit the like button. Gold on this video, 1,000 likes. TTE Lil Ted said he not finna hide from this shit. He finna speak on this shit and tell you how he feel. First off, he said he don't give a fuck how nobody clip those videos, edit those videos, whatever they do to those videos. He said he didn't rat on nobody, he didn't snitch on nobody, and he didn't fold. He was playing chess, and everybody watching that video was watching checkers. That's what he said. He was running a mind game on the police. Then he also said, whatever happened is not going to end his reputation. His reputation is solid in these streets. You know, he said that. He didn't snitch on nobody. He don't care because people feel like he didn't handle it the way they would have handled it. He don't give a fuck about that. He handled it how he had to handle it. This was checkers. He didn't tell on nobody. He was crying. He was doing all this shit. That's how you run game on him. That's what he said. Now, I understand the running the game. I totally get that. You know, running mind games and trickery, and sometimes this shit might do work on the police. But he was in that interrogation room telling the police shit that they ain't even asking for. That's why I say the mind game is kind of confusing, because I can see if they was trying to link him to the murder, saying he had something to do with it, this, that. This had nothing to do with the murder. This had something to do with getting found with a gun, okay? And, you know, he invited that information about a murder. But then again, these street cats, man, you gotta understand, they know certain street technicalities and shit like that. But it's a lot of people that feel like, nah, it's too late for that, buddy. He finding a way to try to change this up. I had a chance to talk to TTE Lil Ted. He seemed like a pretty cool dude. Like I said, I never had a reason to feel any type of negative temperament from him. Seemed like a pretty cool dude. But he's saying, you know, he was playing a game with the police, trying to play in their minds and their brains and shit like that, crying, and maybe that'll get him home. Some people say, nah, buddy, you was caught on 4K, you trying to find a way out of this shit. And a lot of people believe that this the guy who told on Lil Durk, and it wasn't OTF Jam. And people went back to see when he was arrested. You know, this shit happened in 2022 when Lil Pop was killed in 2022. But I can't stamp that, you know. I wouldn't stamp that because I just couldn't stamp that. You know, people close to Lil Ted had problems with him, you know. Breezio said that he loved Lil Ken. He loved Lil Ted. That's his brother. Ain't nobody gonna do shit to him because he gonna ride with him. But he said he is bogus as hell. He said all these hoods got federal informants, not just his. He said we love him, but we gotta love him from a distance. Blood know he bogus. So, seemed like his hood against him. Seemed like the ops against him. Now it seemed like he got the internet against him. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this, but I wanna ask y'all a question. I want y'all to keep it real. Because a lot of y'all done went to jail before. Got brothers that go to jail. Y'all know how this shit is. is crying and pleading and saying you'll give them information for a murder case, is this a way to finesse the police out of the situation? Is this a way to trick them where they'll let you out and shit like this? Or was he snitching and people just caught him snitching, now he trying to find a way to weasel out of this? I want to know what y'all think. Leave a comment. It's the homie Truth.